Alright guys, as you can see, we are here with BioShock 2. I don't know why the screen is... Oh, there you go. But here we are with BioShock 2. I platted the game. It didn't take that long. We'll talk about it. Sorry, let me restart. So if you don't know how these videos work, basically gonna do a little review on the game as well as go over a little bit about the platinum. So, getting into the platinum section. Also, by the way, all this gameplay is recorded on hard difficulty, so just so you know. But yeah, anyway, so starting with the platinum took me, well, the platinum itself took me 16 hours, but I have, it was like 19 or 20 hours on the game just because I did Minerva's Den. I didn't 100% Minerva's Den, I just played through it. And I will talk about that in the review section a little bit. But trophy-wise, it's the same as the first one for the most part. So what I recommend doing is, if you want, do your first playthrough. Don't follow any guides for anything. Just play through the game first playthrough. I do recommend playing it on hard. Leave the Vita chambers on, though, for your first playthrough. Just go through it on hard difficulty, play through the game. Hard difficulty is not that bad anyway. You just take a good amount more damage, and you deal less damage. It's not that bad. So, I do recommend first playthrough. Just go on it on hard. Don't follow any guides so you can stay immersed, because the atmosphere and everything is great. Secondly, your second playthrough, go through on easy with Vita chambers off, and go ahead and follow a guide to get your power to the people upgrades, as well as get your audio diaries. That's how I recommend doing the platinum. It's not that hard. It's like the first game. When I first started, I was overwhelmed, but then I kind of read the trophies a little more. I was like, okay, as long as I follow this guide, I should be fine. Because this game, it's not as bad either in terms of missable stuff like the first one. Because in this game, it's just the audio diaries and power to the people, and the sisters. In the first game, though, I was scared as fuck because the plasmids. You can miss plasmids outright, so I was worried about that. But again, platinum, really not too bad on this game. Very straightforward. I do also recommend, so you don't have to worry about it later, to just hack everything your first playthrough. It might be a little harder on hard difficulty, but because you're gonna get shot at and stuff. But hack everything so you can get those 50 kills done with the security fast. It just makes it so much easier to just worry about like the combat trophies early rather than later. But yeah, that's it. Again, very short, surprisingly. And it took me a while because I would play the game for a day for like 6 hours, and then I wouldn't be able to play for like a week. So this would have been done 2 weeks ago, but I got busy with work and I straight up did not play anything. So, but yeah, so that's the platinum section of the video. Again, nothing crazy, pretty straightforward. Now the review section. So we're going to start by talking just about the atmosphere and story a little bit and stuff like that. So atmosphere, immediately, it is, it's Rapture, you know, it's so immersive, it's so beautiful, but also disturbing. It's a formula that works well, and it's cool to see Rapture even more torn down and destroyed than the first game, because this takes place I think it's about 10 years after the first game, something like that. So there's like coral buildup everywhere, as you saw earlier in the video. There's coral buildup, there's just a lot of destruction, and the sea's kind of taken over Rapture. And it's very cool. It's a very cool looking thing. It gives it a completely different vibe from the first game. The first game, you still had this like underwater city with this like retro futuristic thing going on, and it works really well. This game has that retro futuristic thing, but the sea's taking over way more, and I think that helps so much in the overall atmosphere of the game and the immersion of the game. Also, when it comes to the audio diaries, I recommend picking them up even if you aren't doing the trophy. They in this game in particular, more so than BioShock 1, the audio diaries help with the world building so much, and it seems like a vital part of the story, you know, but they're completely optional and technically missable if you don't see them. So, but they're really good. They're really good. Yeah, the game is just very good, to be honest. I was shitting on this game a few years ago before I did like a proper playthrough. I think it was like 3 or 4 years ago. I like started it and halfway through just said fuck it. After BioShock 1, I was like, I don't care. This game is good. I don't know what the fuck I was talking about. I was on one back then, I guess. But this game is great. And then now story-wise, so story-wise, there's no crazy twist like BioShock 1. You know, this is very straightforward story-wise, I'd say. It is a little more involved. I don't know how to put it. I think BioShock 1's story was good. I thought it was great. It's not as, I guess, present as this one. In this game, it seems like the story's non-stop going. BioShock 1, it felt like, I mean, maybe that's just because I, like, explored everything, but BioShock 1, it felt like big story moments were more separated than this game. This game, it seemed like there's story moments consistently. There's a lot of dialogue happening and all that. I do like this game's story, not as much as BioShock 1's, just because I think BioShock 1, when you find out about that twist initially and just everything like that, BioShock 1, it feels crazy, you know. This game's more straightforward. It's, you know, you're trying to get to your daughter, you're trying to rescue your daughter. You know, so that is, sorry, that is something to know. Though that this game's story is good, it's not as good in my opinion as BioShock 1. But it's good and it does stay going. And you consistently know what you're doing and where you're going. Which wasn't an issue in BioShock 1 either, but it is something. And basically the way the story works too is each level is kind of separated from each other. There is an overarching story, you know. And there is a reason, like main story-wise, why you're in each level. But they are kind of separated, you know. You go into a level, you find there's a new baddie in that level, and you have to deal with them one way or another. And you can pick to keep them alive or kill them. That is the way this game works, and it will dictate your ending. I did get both endings. I had the ending where I killed everyone, and the ending where I saved everyone. And they are different. They're nothing crazy, because in the end, what happens no matter what. What happens to your character, that happens no matter what you do during the story. So that is something to know. Choice-wise, it's literally just a slightly different cutscene, but the same end result. So something to know. They don't. I mean, it's not like you expect to have multiple endings for a game like this anyway. But now let's get into gameplay. So we'll start real quick with a quality of life thing that's awesome. You can, in this game, unlike BioShock 1, you can shoot plasmids and shoot at the same time. So if you remember in BioShock 1, you had to switch to your plasmids and then you can use them. But you could, you know, technically dual wield plasmids in BioShock 1. I don't think it did more damage, but I remember just doing it a lot because it looks cool when you put both hands together. But, so BioShock 1, you had to switch to plasmids and then switch back to weapons. BioShock 2, you can use both at the same time, which is just a nice improvement. That's really the only quality of life thing, too. It's generally the same game. Then also, you're a big daddy in this one, you know, so you move a little slower. It's not that much, though. I remember it being way slower. It's really not that slow. But, so, now let's get to combat a little bit. So, plasmid-wise, they're all the same. All the plasmids are the exact same for the most part. There might be a few new ones, but from what I noticed, they're all the same ones. And then the gene tonics, there are some new ones to suit like Big Daddy behaviors. So you got like a drill tonics and increased movement speed, which I don't remember from the first one. But so there's little stuff like that. It's nothing crazy.
I'm
though.
afraid the lights in here sting my eyes terribly.
Plasmids do seem to be the
Until you
same.
arrive to
You
deal
get
with
way more Atom, I feel like, in this game though,
Please
than you do
locate the
in
breakers and flip them.
BioShock
And then
1. Because I
return
felt like
here
BioShock
and restore
1, it was
power.
harder to, if you were trying to like do all the upgrades and get Plasmids, I feel like it was harder in BioShock 1 to try out new things and test things. In this game, I felt like I had enough plasma that I could do whatever the fuck I wanted. So that's something to note too, because I felt like BioShock 1, you did have to watch what you were doing when you were spending Atom. So, real quick too, we'll talk about enemies. So all your normal splicers are here. You got your Houdini, Spider, Lead, you got your Thug, you know, so you got your normal splicers. You got Big Sisters, which are new, which I guess are little sisters that grew up, and they're basically treated as, once you do like 3 or 4 little sisters, they spawn, and they chase you, and essentially they're like a Big Daddy. They're super fast. They have, they're super fast. They can use telekinesis to throw shit at you. They can, I think they don't shoot you. I don't think they shoot you. I think they just beat you. They just punch the shit out of you with, like, their gauntlets.
Whatever you may have seen inside
So they have telekinesis, though. So they use plasmids in general. I think they can shoot fire and stuff, too. I don't remember fully. Because it's kind of chaotic when you're fighting them. So they use plasmids. And they just try to beat you up. They're really not that hard to fight, though. You can, generally with everything in both of these games, you can just electrobolt them, and then shoot them, and then electrobolt them, and shoot them, and then they're just stunned forever. That's what I did for most of the game. So there is that, and then you have the Alpha Daddies, or whatever the fuck. Series Alpha Big Daddies. They're like Big Daddies. They're smaller and faster. But that's about it. I think they have less health compared to normal Big Daddies, because they are treated like a normal mob. They just, right here you're seeing some. They kind of just push you as hard as they can. They're not that hard to fight. They're 2 to 3 spear gun shots and they're dead. But that is a new enemy type. You have the Big Sisters. You have the big, fuck, what are they called?
Well, listen,
hold on. Brutes. You have the Brutes. These are just big guys that push you. And they take a lot of damage. They're just big guys, though. They just try to punch you and throw shit at you. They're like a Hulk, basically. I think that's it, though, for new enemy types. It's just those 3. Now we can talk about weapons a little bit, though. So you have the drill, which is your melee weapon, and you can either just hit them with it, or you can like do like a normal drill and just have it dig into their fucking bodies. So it has upgrades too. So everything has upgrades. We'll talk about each of them as well. The drill's upgrades are fuel efficiency, so you don't run out as much, and damage increase. But the third upgrade, which is the big upgrade, is Drill Reflector, which lets you turn back incoming projectiles while the drill's up and running. Which is a crazy upgrade. I didn't use it too much. I have seen gameplay on it. It did seem pretty good. And then you have the Rivet Gun, which you saw earlier. It basically just, it's like bullets, basically. Well, it shoots rivets, but that has 3 upgrades as well, which is larger magazine, damage increase. And then, the final upgrade, it shoots fire, or it lights targets on fire, I guess is what you can say. So, and then it has normal rivets, and then it has heavy rivets, which just do more damage, basically, and then trap rivets, which you can shoot on the ground and walls. When an enemy walks into it, it blows up. And then you have the machine gun, which I was using here as well. And that has 3 upgrades again, which is damage and recoil reduction. And then the third one adds ricochet, which I didn't notice a difference with Ricochet on. But it's supposed to, ricochet. It's supposed to hit multiple enemies with one bullet. I didn't see it work once, to be honest. Or if it did, it wasn't enough for it to matter. But that also has normal bullets, anti-personnel bullets, which is, meant for like fleshy enemies. And then you have armor piercing, which is great for big daddies and stuff like that. Then you have the shotgun. In this game, it's not a pump, it's a double barrel, which is cool. It's not that strong in this game though compared to the first one. I will say that. It has 3 upgrades though. Sorry. So it has 3 upgrades, which are damage and extended mags, which doesn't have but still. And then its final upgrade, it lets you shoot electric. It has 3 ammo types, which is normal shotgun shell. It has solid buck, which you can do more damage to non-armored enemies, and then you have phosphorus spike, which you can shoot at enemies and it sticks, and then a few seconds happens, and then it explodes into fire, which is pretty cool. And then you have the spear gun, which is like the crossbow in the first game. And it's like it's like a crossbow basically. And it has 3 upgrades, which is zoom, damage, or acceleration and damage. And then the final upgrade. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, you have zoom, damage, and then the final upgrade, it increases the acceleration so you can shoot more quicker. And that also has 3 different ammo types. You have the trap spear, which you can shoot onto a wall and it'll put a string across, and then when you walk into it, they get electrified. You have the rocket propelled one, which will they'll shoot in it. You'll shoot an enemy with it, and it'll kind of take the enemy and throw them, and then it'll blow up. And then you have the other ones. You have the launcher, which you're seeing here, which the upgrades will let you become immune to the damage effects from it, and also boost damage. Or no, sorry, you can be immune to it. You can boost the amount of ammo you have, and then it also, the final upgrade is a cluster bomb. And that has 3 ammo types as well: normal, frags, proximities, which are, you shoot them, you walk into it, blows up. And then heat-seeking ones, which it'll just lock onto the nearest enemy and follow them. You have your research camera, just like the first game. It does work different in this game, as you have to. So you take a picture in this game, and then you shoot them. And you use plasmids and all these different things, and it will change the score based off of all the different types of things you used. So it's weird, but yeah. And then you have the hack tool, which you can use to hack from a distance, which that's something I didn't talk about. Hacking in this game, way better. You don't have to go into a menu and get impossible hacks. This game, it happens live while you're just walking around. You'll see some in the gameplay soon, but while you're just walking around, you can just hack shit, which works pretty well. And then you have 3 different ammo types for the hack tool. You have the normal hacking dart, you have the auto hack dart, which you shoot and it just automatically hacks the thing. And then you have mini turrets that you can put down on the ground, and it'll just lay motherfuckers out. But that's it for base game stuff. And then the DLC, Minerva's Den, adds the ion laser, which has 3 ammo types. I don't remember what they were, though, to be fair. The ion laser, not good gun. No. I used the spear gun for the entire DLC. But yeah, so that's all the guns. We talked about most of the new combat stuff. See, so there's some hacking right there. I failed it, so I said fuck it. But that's what the hacking looks like. I think that's really it. Oh, and the Minerva's Den. So I didn't play the Protector's Trials, which is like the trials from the first game. Just a challenge thing you got to do. But Minerva's Den, I thought that was pretty good. It's essentially like a whole BioShock game. Because it's like 4 hours long. And yeah, it was like 4 hours long, and it was pretty good. I don't have too much to say about it. It was good. It was more a BioShock 2. But that was 4 hours long, and my second playthrough of BioShock 2 was only 6. So it's essentially a whole another BioShock game, which is cool. I think that's really all I have to say about it. In terms of ranking the game, I'll put it right on par with BioShock 1 and I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Really good game. BioShock 1 and 2, just phenomenal, to be honest. I really enjoyed the environments in this game, the atmosphere overall. It was a nice little change from BioShock 1, but still feeling the same somewhat. But yeah, again, there's not too many improvements. The main improvement for this game is being able to use both plasmids and weapons at the same time. But overall, the game is BioShock 1 for the most part. There's not really much new to it in terms of gameplay, which is fine because the gameplay works extremely well. But that was BioShock 1. I know this video is kind of all over the place. I didn't write a script or anything because it was it was a smaller game. There wasn't. I didn't feel like I needed to write a script really. I just wanted to talk about the guns for the most part.
All right, sport.
But yeah. So the next platinum video is going to be Dead Island 2. I got Dead Island on the wheel, but I don't want to do Dead Island 1 or Riptide yet until we film them on the channel, which hopefully will be soonish. But I don't want to do those until I film them on the channel because I haven't played them in years, and I want to film them. And we just did BioShock 2 a while ago, so... Or not BioShock 2, Dead Island 2. We did that when it came out, so... I'm gonna go through, platinum it. I'm gonna try, I think, to 100% the DLCs. I'm not sure yet. I haven't played them. I haven't even looked at the trophies for the DLCs. So we'll see. But that is my next platinum. I think that video will be live sooner rather than later. That game doesn't seem like the platinum's very long, and to be fair, I have most of the trophies already. So, we'll see. I don't think it'll be that long, though. But, yeah. That's gonna do it for this Road to Platinum video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below what you guys want to see on the channel in the future. I'll see you guys very soon in the next one. Stay safe out there, and peace out, guys.